If I were to ask you who the best written Marvel character is, who would you say? Silver Surfer, Captain America, Spider Man, Daredevil? If you were to ask me, I would actually point in the direction of another character. Despite Spider Man being my favorite, I would have to point in the direction of the Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk is an extremely complex character that just does not get the respect he deserves. And funnily enough, I think that well, not funnily enough at all, he's extremely misunderstood as a character. When you think Hulk, you think a rampaging beast. But when a lot of people who's read the comics and who gets to know the character thinks Hulk, they think about a character who's wrapped in trauma, grief, anger, and it's simply a cycle that Bruce Banner and the Hulk just can't seem to escape. But they just have to accept and live with. The Hulk is one of those Marvel characters I feel like has just been turned into a joke. Not feel as though it kinda has been. You know what I mean? And I feel like he needs to be represented carefully. He's also one of the most deserving Marvel characters, if not one of the most deserving, of our own solo movie. As a matter of fact, I think a trilogy would do good. The Hulk is an extremely complex character with many different good stories to tell. Stories talking about his grief, his anger, his past, his trauma, his several different personalities, and how he has to live with this. The Hulk is extremely deserving of a new movie, and I think that Marvel, they need, and I say absolutely need, to rebrand him, revamp him, so we could have a definitive version of the Hulk. Now, make no mistake, I'm not trying to use this video as a smear campaign towards the MCU Hulk, because we all know that is a dead carcass that has been beaten repeatedly over and over. I'm simply making this video as to express how they can better the Hulk, or rather just put out my opinions on how they can better the Hulk. Better way of phrasing it. Because there's a small glimpse of what the Hulk could have been in the MCU, and it happens in the first Avengers film. It's a line Bruce Banner says that I really like, that kind of stuck with me.
Back to where?
You rented my room.
The cell was just
In case you needed to kill me, but you can't. I know, I tried. I got low. I didn't see an end, so I put a bullet in my mouth, and the other guy spit it out.
If everything else didn't exactly come off to you, because I would have explained it badly, one thing you should take from this video is that the Hulk is not a one-dimensional character. He's not just a guy who's meant to be strong and rampage through New York or Manhattan. He's meant to be a guy who's battling his inner turmoil, who struggles with grief, trauma, and tragedy. That is the Incredible Hulk.